Hi, in this problem, in this video we will be solving problem number 1, where we write a program to check if the linker list is palindrome or not. So palindrome is something that it reads same in both directions, both forward and backward. So if you see madam, so this reads the same as forward and also backward, and the word radar is also reads the same as forward and backward. So these two are palindromes. And in the integer okay, so in this integer linker list 1 2 3 2 1, so this is also a palindrome. But if you see 1 and 2, this is not the palindrome. So we wanted to write a function to make sure if the linked list is a palindrome or not. So there are definitely plenty of ways to achieve this solution, but the one which I'm thinking is just to reverse the second part and compare with the first half of the element for each element in the second part. So if you do so there are some other limitation as well. So if you see 1 2 3 2 1 1 2 3 3 2 1, so if the midpoint is odd number, if the length of the list is odd number, then we will just ignore the midpoint. If the length of the linked list is even, then we will include the midpoint in the first part. So in this function, in this linked list, we just have to return this part, so that will be 1 2, and then we compare with the first half of the element with each element. If it is matching, then we return true. If it's not the case, then we return false. But in this case, we will reverse the entire second part. So in this one, we consider the second half as a mid plus 1, so we'll get the mid pointer as well. So just for simplicity, I will just write a linked list class. So I will have a constructor define in it, and it's gonna take self data as input, and initially we set head equal to none, self dot next equal to none. And I also wanted to include the size. So this is like the length of the linked list. Each time we add a new element, we increment this linked list. So like I said, we will be returning we will be reversing a second part of the linked list. So I will write two functions, one to reverse the linked list, and two to check if it is a palindrome or not. So for reversing a linked list, I will write rev as my function name, and this one should take head as input of this function. And we already did like we have to take 3 variables. So what I'm going to do is I will set this one as a current node, and the next node. So I will take 3 variables. So current, rev, next. I think I already took next here, so I will say next underscore node. So both of these initially set to none, and current will set to head. So I will write a loop that will traverse till end of the list, till end of the linked list, and each time I find a new current list, new head pointer, I will make next node as I will make this one as a current dot next, which is like a next node. So this one will be next node, and I will make current node is also next node, and previous node will be the current node. So this can be done inside the loop. While I'll have to write logic current while current is not equal to none. So we have to make this current dot next is equal to we have to make this next node set to current dot next. So next underscore node is equal to it has to be 2 in this case, current dot next, and we make that current dot next equal to previous node. Current dot next equal to previous, and obviously current equal to next. Current equal to next node, and each time I run this function, I wanted to return the head of the reversed linked list. So return previous. So previous is gonna be my head of the linked list. So I'm gonna use this one as input in the next function. So this is where I write a palindrome function. Palindrome. So this one doesn't take any input. The reason why I'm mentioning self is this these both functions are inside this linked list class. So that is the reason I wanted it to be inside that class, linked list class. So initially I will set one variable equal to self dot head. So this points to that one, the head the head element, and I'll also take one flag element which will defaultly set to true. So each time I compare the first half of the list to the reversed second part of the element, if it is matches, then we will just return true. If it is not matching, I will change this flag to true, false. So I need to get the mid element. Mid element is gonna be, we already have size here. Size should be self dot size. Self dot size by 2. So I have to write a if clause to see, like here I said, if it is the length of the linked list is odd, then we're gonna ignore the middle element. If it is even, we'll do mid plus 1. So we do self dot size modulus 2 equal to 0, else self dot size plus 1 by 2. So this is all in one line. So if this is the case, it will set mid element, and if it is not equal, then the mid element is gonna be self dot size plus 1 by 2. So now I have to write a function to know if the first half is so okay, I will just write it. So while I need to make sure the head pointer is not setting to 1. So self dot head is not equal to none, and also I will write I think I will just call that reversed function here. I'll take a variable reverse head equal to self dot head current Okay, I will just write it completely. Okay, so I got the mid element here. So now I need to split this linker list into half. So for that I'm gonna use for loop for I in range. So I will split the first, I will reverse the first half of the linker list. I already set a current element equal to self.head, so I don't have to visit this one. So I'll do from 1 till mid. So now current equal to current dot next. So the reason why I mentioned here is the for loop is gonna set till the mid of the linked list. So once I have it, and I will just write a loop, another loop, self dot head is not equal to none, and this reverse head. So I will take reverse head equal to self dot reverse current dot next. So I'm calling this function here, so this is going to return previous element, and I also make sure this reverse dot head is not equal to none. So if I meet these two conditions, then I have to compare each of the first elements. If self dot head dot data is not equal to reverse head dot data, then we make the flag equal to false. If this is not the case, we have to do a recursive approach. So I will make that self dot head equal to self dot head dot next, and this reverse head equal to reverse head dot next. So since we already have a flag set to true, here we are setting, I think we can break the loop here if we find anything that makes the flag equal to false. So at the end we simply say if flag return true, return false. So this is the palindrome function that I have. So if you see this as an example, we go to a palindrome function, and we are taking self dot head. This is set to current. I'll just say C, and we're getting the mid pointer. So mid is like, this is an odd number, so it's gonna ignore till this one. So we'll have a for loop that loops for the first half of the linker list. So once I have the first half of the linker list, I will just loop over through it, and then it is comparing with the first element of the first loop to the first element in the second half. If it is matches, then it just goes to this loop.